What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Salman. On this channel we talk about personal development, fashion, lifestyle, and just ways to improve your life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, then be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Now that people are getting vaccinated, more and more places are beginning to open up and restrictions are beginning to go away. So now you really don't have an excuse not to have a job or land that job, because a lot of people are looking to hire now. So in this video, I'll be giving you guys 7 tips to land that dream job. Tip number 1 is to be proactive, because no one is knocking on your door ready to give you a job. You have to be the one who's proactive. You know, when you're in school, don't be the person that just studies, because in the real world, no one is looking at your GPA. What they care about is what's on your resume and that experience that you have. That's why when you're applying to a job, all these entry levels are showing 0 to 3 years of experience or 3 to 5 years of experience, because these companies do know that you don't have a job. What you might have is experience from school when you either join clubs or go do research or do volunteer opportunities. These are all ways to create experience. It doesn't have to be a job. So make sure that while you're in school, take advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to you. All the clubs and volunteer opportunities and student organizations. Go try them out, see what you think, see what you like, engage in projects and do anything that can help you build experience. And it just becomes stuff that you can talk about later on, and it becomes talking points during the interviews as well. This leads me on to my next point, which is going to be to network. I'm sure you've heard of this saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And honestly, that's very true. And I can say that as a fact from my own experience, because how I got to the position that I'm in right now is through connections, through one of my buddies who reached out to me because I had worked with him, and I stayed in touch with him and maintained that relationship. So he knew my work ethic, and he was the one that referred me. There's plenty of ways to network. There's LinkedIn, where you can reach out and message recruiters or look up the company that you want to work at and reach out to people from those companies. And don't reach out and just simply put a message, oh, are you hiring? Like, no one really wants to respond to that. They have a million things going on. Give them a reason to speak with you and talk to you. In the beginning, just reach out to a bunch of people, start asking them, how are they doing? What's it been like working at the company? How do they like their job? And you can share your experience. You're trying to get some perspective from someone who's already in the industry and the job that you want. Try to ask them those type of questions, which are more engaging, and there will be way more back and forth conversation this way. And a pro tip is, sometimes when you're having these conversations with people on LinkedIn, then they always recommend something that you try. You should definitely be taking a note of that and actually doing it. That way you can actually follow up back with them once you try it, and then there's another topic of discussion, and which shows them that you're somebody who's willing to grow and try new things and actually put in the effort to get into the position that you're trying to get into. And these people, I promise, will notice, and next time an opportunity comes up, your name will be in the back of their mind, because they know you're someone who is actually willing to go after what job you want. Tip number 3, if it's not already obvious, is have a strong resume. This means having keywords that when it goes through a computerized system, it triggers your resume. A recruiter ends up seeing it. How you can increase the chances of making it through the system and having a recruiter take a look at your resume is look at the job post and take keywords from that you can implement into your own resume. Don't just stop there. Look at similar positions and see what keywords or phrases or responsibilities are common in between all of those resumes, and then implement those items into your own resume, and the chances of you landing that interview are just going to skyrocket. Always take a look at the recruiter's profile or other people from the company, because sometimes these people actually leave their resumes on their LinkedIn profile, so you can utilize the information from there and put it into your own resume. There's nothing wrong with utilizing the resources available to you. This leads me on to my next point. Make sure you dress the part. Make sure you dress nicely and appropriately. The worst thing you can do is walk into an interview looking like you put no effort into how you present yourself. If the recruiter sees that you look like you're either headed to class, or like you've just got on a basic t-shirt and like whatever pants, maybe like you've got rips in your jeans, which definitely don't do that. This is not the time. And you just look raggedy, they're gonna wonder what you're even doing here. Are you even the right person to be in this office interviewing with them? So don't make them feel that way. I know we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but naturally as humans, what we see first is the first impression we're getting of you. So make sure you wear a nice fitted suit. You know, don't wear something that's too baggy or your dad's old suit because you don't have one. Make sure to invest in a suit because it goes a long way. You know, you're not only going to need a suit during this interview, you probably need it at a wedding or a birthday party or anything where you actually need to dress up. So make sure you invest in a suit. And a suit doesn't need to be expensive. It's about the fit, not about the cost or the brand. Just get a suit at a moderate price, you know, Macy's or whatever. You know, there's always deals going on, then you can find something. And you can get a suit that, you know, just fits you okay, but you can always go to a tailor, get it fitted just for your body. Now with the right fitted suit, you're gonna feel super confident. You're gonna go in there feeling like $1,000,000, knowing that you're gonna absolutely get that job. So at this point, you have a strong network and you have a strong resume, and all you have to do is nail that job interview, which leads me on to my next point, which is do your homework. Before a recruiter invites you out to interview you in person, they do their homework on you. They look up your LinkedIn, they Google your name and see if they can find your social presence. They'll want to know everything they can before they even sit down with you. So why would you put yourself at a disadvantage and not do your homework on the company and the person that you're potentially interviewing with? Doing your homework on the company itself and the person you're going to be speaking with during the interview is going to give you a lot of talking points during the interview. And when it comes down to asking them questions you can ask about certain projects, and you know, just gonna lead to a lot more discussion. You're gonna have a lot more of a conversational interview. Whereas if you don't know much about the company or the recruiter, you can't really carry a conversation unless it's something you hear during the actual interview. See, I'm trying to tell you what no one else is telling you. I'm giving you those secret tips because a lot of the people are not going to do their homework. A lot of people will just skim over their website and won't go the extra mile to maybe learn about the person, or you know, really dig into that website and learn about projects and really read about them. And the last and final tip is to be confident. The recruiter already sees something that they want in you. Otherwise, they would have not invited you out to this interview. So that alone right there is a win. And if you followed my previous tips, you know, you've done your homework on the company, you've got yourself a nice fitted suit, you feel good, you look good, and you know what to talk about, then you're gonna crush it. You're gonna feel confident, and it's definitely gonna show to the recruiter. You're going to mean every word you say to the recruiter, and the way you say it is just gonna leave a strong impact, and they're gonna remember you once you leave out that door. And just because I really want you to land that job, I'm gonna leave in a bonus tip, which is going to be sure to follow up after the interview. Send a little thank you email, just, you know, saying a quick few words of how much you appreciated that interview and how great of an experience that was. And trust me, like, a lot of people are not doing this, so be sure you're the one that's actually doing this. And that's all for this video. These are 7 tips to help you land that dream job. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if any of these tips helped you in your experiences. And if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Hit that like button, it really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.